back again. Just want to give you a rundown of the boat. Finally done, just bar a few little tinkery bits and pieces now, but I'll run you through a couple of things that I did a bit of research on, and hopefully it'll all work. So we'll start off with the fuel bladder. So this is the 100 litre fuel bladder. Now I plumbed her up just like this. We got a couple of valves. We've got one valve here, which is the intake for the fuel bladder. Another valve under here for the main tank. So simple as that. Turn that off, turn that on when the fuel bladder is empty, vice versa. We unclip it, roll it up, and get rid of it. So that will give us a little more range, so at least 100 kilometres. Now, plumbing it up, what I did was in the fuel separator, the fuel filter water separator, you've got an outlet, inlet, and inlet. So obviously the main tank goes in, fuel comes back out, clean fuel. So all I've done is I've just plumbed it up to the other inlet. So it's basically two open channels that dump straight into the filter on the outside of the filter cartridge, and clean fuel coming back out. So we haven't given it a sea trial yet. The weather's been bloody terrible, so we're going to do a run up the straits if we don't get an offshore opportunity in the next 4 weeks or 3 weeks. So the canopy, I put the old canopy back on, come up pretty good. A few little mud nests there from the wasps over the years, but not too bad. At least it gives us shade out of the weather. Otherwise we've got to tuck up into the cab all the time, which would be a bit of a pain. Okay, up on the roof, we've got the Tiger's been done, all done. So Mick from Rosemount Upholstery fixed it up for me. We didn't actually replace the material, it was still really good nick, especially for the age of the boat, 07. I've always kept it under cover, so I've had it for a few years now, but we've restitched it, a little bit extra material there, the 160 watt solar panels on. I actually double twined it here at the front. Heaps of strength, try and stop that wind getting under it on the highway. Another thing I wanted to show you was I've tied the fenders up the front here, get them out of the way so there's takes up no room on the back deck. Now this is the deck winch we put on probably 12 months ago now. It's a drum winch, it's called a mix winch from Adelaide. Awesome bit of gear. It drops and retrieves around a metre a second, so nice and quick, and yeah, saves a lot of handwork. Now I've also made this up here too, whacked that on the old reef anchor so we can utilise that as a sand anchor as well, so carrying 3 anchors. Okay, now another new addition, a bit of research on this one too. We've got an antenna here, and this is a Cell-Fi Go, so it's a mobile phone booster. So in here, in the cab, I've mounted the booster here. I hope you can see it with the light, a little bit of light in here. Now it's got 2 antennas, so obviously that's the first antenna up there, which looks for the signal. Now if we can get 1 bar of signal, which we can normally or sometimes get at Lady Musgrave, depending on the weather, it will boost the phone, but we've got to get that 1 signal. So now the second antenna, which is this one down here, is this is the one that just sends the signal through the boat. Now you've got to get separation between the 2 antennas for maximum signal, which was quite difficult. I basically threw this thing everywhere, under the seats, in through there, up on the roof, everywhere like that. But you've got to get that separation, and fortunately that was the best spot. I think it might be from the timber and the bit thicker glass there. But now you can see on the app it's 100%, which is great. Now one bonus with this too is in the shed I get no phone signal, well, very little. I don't know if you'll see it, but there I've got 100% phone signal, so, which is awesome. It's basically just going to give us, you know, all we want is just a bit of phone signal so we can get weather and any emergency situations. So at least we've got that now, which would be great. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. We've got everything done. I've got heaps of ice. That's another little experiment I'm going to trial out, is a bit of an ice trick. So see how long we get out of that, but I'll run you through that one when we load it up. But anyway, just add water. Thanks, guys.
Like and subscribe to our channel. We're on Facebook and Instagram.